Hey guys, it's Julia. Welcome to the channel. Welcome back if you've been here before, and today's video is going to be another reading vlog. I just thought I would start it now. I just got home from work. I still have to go inside and get comfy, but I just wanted to give you kind of the setup for this video. So this evening I have quite a to-do list. I have to fully edit my last reading vlog. And then my number one thing on my to-do list is to start my buddy read of Normal People with Maria. So I'm super excited to do that, and you guys will see a lot of that in this upcoming vlog. So yes, I just wanted to kind of update you and let you know, home from work, I'm gonna go get comfy, and yeah, I will update you once I've started editing, I think. Just got off work. I am at the movie theater right now because I'm about to see Howl's Moving Castle because it's the 20th anniversary and I've never seen it and it's playing in theaters, so I'm going to go see that, have a little movie date, and then I'm gonna head home and start reading Normal People. I'm literally 7 pages in. I haven't read anything at all really, but I am very excited to get into the meat of the book tonight and really light a candle and get in the mood and fucking binge it. So I'm super excited for that, and I will see you guys in a bit. Okay guys, I am back at my parents'. I'm grabbing a candle and I'm grabbing some other stuff that I need, and then I'm gonna head home and hopefully I'll have a little bit of time to read before bed, so I will keep you guys updated on that. I also wanted to say Howl's Moving Castle is the most gut-wrenching movie I've ever seen. It was so good. I literally cried the entire time. It was so sweet and amazing. So yeah, if you haven't watched it, you should definitely watch it. It was so cute. And yes, that is all I have to say. Okay guys, it's later in the evening. I ended up, after the movie, going to my parents' house really quick to grab some stuff, and then I ended up driving my friend out. So now I am home and I have showered and I'm gonna try and read a little bit, but it's super late and I have work at 9 a.m. so debatable. Hey guys, it's Editing Julia. I just wanted to pop in really quick and let you know that in our reviews for Normal People today, there will be some spoilers of the book. So if you haven't read it, or if you're planning to read it and you want spoiler-free content, this unfortunately is not it. I do highly recommend the book and highly recommend that you come back after reading, or maybe you can read along before we start, you know, giving away the deets. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Enjoy the video.
Hello. So me and Julia are beginning our buddy read of Normal People, and I'm gonna be throwing in a few thoughts and feelings as I read. I've read Normal People before. It is my favorite book. I'm really excited to be revisiting it. I'm really curious to see Julia's reactions to it because she's never read it before and I talk about it all the time. So I'm curious to see how she feels about it. I've just barely started rereading it and I'm like 30 pages in and I'm already just so hooked, and I just love Sally Rooney's writing style so much. So I'm excited to be back in her world. Marianne and Connell are just such beautiful and flawed characters, and I think I relate to them in a lot of ways, but I'm curious to see how I feel this time around because when I first read this, I was in a very different place in my life, and it was literally 3 years ago, so it's been a while. So I'm excited to see how I feel this time around, and I will keep you updated.
Hey guys, it's Sunday night. I haven't filmed a clip in so long because I have not done any reading. I ended up hanging out with friends last night, and then today I went to my parents' house earlier in the day because I had to grab some stuff because tomorrow after work I'm going to see Sabrina Carpenter and I'm so excited, but I had to grab some clothes that were at my parents' for my outfit. So now I'm going to try and read a little bit, but I'm so tired and I just have no energy to read, so I'm just keeping you updated. But yeah, Maria has started reading, however, so I don't know if I already put some clips of her reading in yet, but if not, I'm gonna put them in now. So yes, I will update you guys more on my reading shortly. Okay guys, it's Monday night and I am on my way to the train station, literally speeding there after work because I'm already going to be late, but I have tickets for me and Maria tonight to the Short and Sweet tour, so you will see some clips of that hopefully, and I'm going to read as much of Normal People as possible on the way there. So just to keep you guys updated, I will be reading Normal People and seeing Sabrina Carpenter. A perfect day, if you ask me. So yes, I am rushing there now, so I should go. But I love you all. Okay guys, I've made it to the train station and I'm running up the fucking stairs because I feel like I'm gonna miss this train. Running as I'm casually walking. But okay guys, I just got here. Maria is in the longest merch line I have seen since the Eras tour. And so I'm just waiting outside the line and moving with the queue so that I could talk to her. But right now she's like going like this, so I only see her occasionally. So I'll record her when she comes back. Okay guys, we're in. We've got our merch. We got Slay merch, the only cute merch here. And now we're gonna pee. We have to pee. That's all.
This and after I finally cut you off. I so much better with you. Don't think you understand. Just 'cause you talk like one doesn't make you. Make me wanna make you fall in love. Oh, little now I'm thinking about you now. So I have some freaky positions. Have you ever tried this one?
Why does my mascara, I need a new mascara brand. It's always everywhere. Not bad. Yeah, we've had worse. Guys, we're talking about books at the bar. That is all. Guys, we're in England. Can you tell?
I love Harry Styles.
I love Harry Styles. Do you want to go to the Harry Styles bake shop? We're in Central for lunch. For lunch. Morning, guys. It is Tuesday morning. Last night I went to Sabrina with Maria, which I'm sure you saw. That was so fun. I'm just so tired. And I ended up having to leave my car at the train station. So now my dad is coming to get me and he's going to take me to get my car from the train station. So, slay. That's what's going on. Sorry, I'm like dead tired. I'm literally half awake. Okay guys, I got my car. I'm back at my parents' house. My dad is making me some coffee and I'm about to make some scrambled eggs because I'm starving. So that's my update. That is all.
Okay, hello. So I'm here for a little update check-in. I have about 100 pages left. I'm about to start my favorite chapter of the book, which is July of 2013. This is when they go to Italy. it's a very peaceful, quiet, like beautiful moment, and also intense. And like, I think you learn a lot about Connell and Marianne's relationship, and I feel like they also learn a lot about each other during this time. So I'm very excited to get into it. So far, I feel like everything that's happened is like what I remember. Nothing feels new or like different than I remember it being. But I will say it's interesting. I've like noticed I'm like more aware of their age, I guess, this time around reading it. I think when I read it the first time, I felt like I was their age. Like I was also in college. I felt roughly similar to them. And I think I would like read them misunderstanding each other and be like, why aren't you guys just communicating? Like, come on, get it together. And I was a bit like harsh on them sometimes, like understanding but feeling like, what are you doing? And now rereading it and like looking back and like realizing just how young they are. I mean, they're still in college, they're like early 20s. And then looking back at myself at that age, I'm realizing how much I was like them and how hard it is to know how to communicate and handle these like adult relationships and experiences while also still feeling like a kid in a lot of ways. And I don't think that feeling ever fully goes away, but with experience, I guess it makes more sense and things become easier a bit. But just this like notion of them being each other's first serious, like meaningful relationships to one another. I'm just so much more aware of how messy those relationships are and how easily we hurt those people because we're like figuring it out as we go, and there is no like guide to look back on. You know, it's like as you get older and you have more relationships with other people, you know, depending on how your relationships work out, you have like guide marks from previous experiences to be like, okay, I don't want this to happen again, or like I need to like be sure I'm clear about how I feel during these things so that it doesn't lead to this. Like you have something to go off of a little bit, and you know yourself a little bit better and how you are in relationships. So it makes so much more sense like reading it now. I feel like I have a different level of like empathy for them than I even had the first time around, because they don't have much to go off of in the beginning. And like now I'm getting to the point where they are now both entering new relationships and having more experiences, and I feel like that makes sense for like knowing where this is going. It makes sense that they have to have, I feel like they have to have these other relationships in order to get past some of the things that were roadblocks for the two of them in like their relationship with each other. But yeah, I'm very excited to continue, and I'll probably update as I'm getting towards the end.
Hey guys, I'm about to head back to my house, but I just wanted to give you an update on how I'm feeling about Normal People, a little bit more in depth. So I've been reading it. I really got into it yesterday on my train ride into the city to see Sabrina, and at first the writing was just like unlike any writing that I'd ever read before, and I wasn't sure that I liked it. But the second I read a couple of the lines in the first and second, like, I don't know if it's a chapter, but the first and second, like, timeline, I guess, whatever, I was, like, immediately hooked on the writing, because Sally Rooney just says things that, like, expresses thoughts that you would never think to, like, write down in a book. Like, there's one part where in the beginning of the book, Marianne, like, is in her robe and she sees Connell in the hallway and she's like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know you were here. And then it says that Connell thinks, when she goes back in her room, he thinks about how whatever clothes she chooses to put on are going to be the clothes that she decided to put on after seeing that he was there. And it's just like little things like that in her writing where it's like, who would think to put that in the book? It's just like so beautifully written. I really like the perspective of the book, and yeah, it's just super good. I'm on page 120-ish, I think, and I'm just like really enjoying it. So I'm excited, because at first I was nervous that I wasn't gonna like it because it's Maria's favorite book and we have very different tastes in books. So I was a little nervous, but now I'm like really loving it. I really, really love it. I think it's so good and I'm definitely excited. Hopefully I'll enjoy the whole book. I have a feeling that I will. And then I am excited because she just came out with another book. So I have a couple books to read from her if I do end up really enjoying this one. So yes, that is my update. Hey guys, I don't know when the last time that I updated is, but I'm about to light a little candle and get to reading. I have to go pick up pizza at some point for dinner, but before then, I'm gonna have some little pumpkins and read Normal People. Very fall coded, very demure and mindful of me. So yes, I'm gonna eat little pumpkins, pretend I'm a giant with the little pumpkins while reading Normal People. So I'm very excited. Let's light a candle and get into the damn thing. Okay, now here's a cute little shot of me aesthetically lighting this candle. Cue the music, bitch. Okay guys, I'm on page 140 right now of Normal People, and I just want them to be in love. Things are happening right now that are making me so upset, and I literally cannot. I cannot take it. I need them to make out and get married right now. Right now. Okay guys, it is Wednesday night. I just got home from work and took a shower. And I just have to put some clothes away and then eat something. And my goal for this evening is to finish Normal People. So I'm very, very excited about that. I'm definitely like deep in it now. I was resisting the urge all day at work to finish it at work. However, I felt as though it deserved a candle in bed with a snack fucking bust down rating moment. So that is what's going to be happening after I finish my chores and put my PJs on. Okay, I've done all my chores and now I'm going to hopefully finish Normal People. I am very excited. Okay, I'm about to finish Normal People. I'm on page 268 and it ends on page 264. So I figured I should film my reaction for you guys. So that is what we're doing. Okay, you guys, first thoughts after reading, I did not shed like a tear, but I definitely teared up. And wow, I need to process this and come back to you with my final review. Okay, so I'm just going to give you some of my more clear, immediate thoughts. Number one, it's the first book that I've ever read where I felt as though there wasn't really like a plot, like a basic regular plot that most books have. Even romances where it's like they're falling in love, they're about to be in love, conflict resolution, happy ending. So it was the first like romance that I've read that did not go really by that timeline of the regular usual third act conflict and yada yada yada. It was really interesting because it was truly a character driven story. Like I felt as though there wasn't much of a plot, but I think that's exactly what Sally Rooney meant to do because it's supposed to show a relationship. And relationships in real life don't have a plot. They don't. I mean, there's highs and lows, and that's what this book is giving. This book is basically showing that, like, people change each other and that it's okay for everything not to be perfect. I don't know if that's exactly what she meant, but that's what I am immediately getting from it. Wow, this, like, kind of broke my heart. I get, like, it's sad, but, like, it's not, like, the kind of book where like I was crying the whole time. Like there's a couple moments where I like teared up a little bit. But it's not the kind of book where I was like sobbing the whole time because it was sad. It's the kind of book where like after I just feel like gut wrenched a little bit. Wow. My gosh. Wow, lots of thoughts. I will get back to you.
Okay. So I just finished reading this morning. I read most of the like last chunk of the book last night, and then I saved the final chapter to read this morning because I wanted to read it when I wasn't like super tired. But I think I feel a little differently about the ending of the book than I did the first time I read it. I think last time that I read the ending, I was really focused on this like loss of a relationship that's happening and the way that they're like once again not gonna be together. You know, there's like, that's what it alludes to, the sense of they're no longer gonna be together again. But I think this time around, I wasn't as like much grieving their relationship as I was kind of grieving for Marianne specifically, and this sense of like she's kind of left back where she started, but also she's an entirely different person than when we like started the book. And there's just this sense of like how she started the book in this like very lonely place, and now she's ending it in this like place where she'll likely be alone again and like have this sense of loneliness. Like she kind of, all the friends that she really gained and like relationship that she kind of gained throughout the book are kind of gone. She doesn't really have a ton of people in her life, and she's once again kind of gonna be left alone if Connells goes to New York. But there's like this sense that the loneliness will be more peaceful this time around because she has experienced what it is to be loved and seen and acknowledged. So she knows that she's a person of value. Like, I think that's been shown and proven to her. And yet, like, there is this fear of being alone again, but also she kind of always liked being alone. So there's like this sense of like her coming back to herself in a way. I do kind of hate the notion of like she'll always be there. If he comes back, she'll always be there. And I think I was ending it in this place of like, I hope if he ever does come back and like knocks, that she's not there to open the door. Like the book starts with that line, and it's Marianne answers the door when Connell rings the bell. And then it ends with her saying, I'll always be here, you know that. So there's like this promise of like she'll always be answering, like when he comes calling for her. For some reason my like takeaway now is like I don't want her to answer next time he calls, if he does call again on her. And it's not even because he like did anything particularly wrong. I just think I want her to move forward and like not be in this like cycle with this relationship where she's loved but not celebrated. And I think that's like my main thoughts. I can't help but compare the book to the show, and like I feel like the way the show ends, it's like sadder to watch them have this like final conversation about Connell going to New York in the show than it is in the book. In the book, I think it's just ends in this mundane note that, I mean, the whole book is very just like mundane. There is no like specific plot, you know? I think I really appreciate how just vague and like, I don't know, like almost aloof the book ends. I think every time I watch the show, I like cry at the ending, but the book just kind of leaves me like upset. I think the first time I read it, I definitely cried at the end of the book, but not as much as I do when I like watch the show. I just think I'm ending in this place of really appreciating Marianne and wanting, I like wish there was a follow-up to the book that just follows Marianne like claiming her life and living it without the interference of any annoying men. But yeah, it's a beautiful book. And it's just like a little... Sally Rooney has this beautiful way of just capturing people in their little like mundane life experiences. I love things that are kind of about nothing. Like this isn't about anything specific, but it just feels like life. And I like to be able to read things that just feel like I've experienced this before, or I know what this feels like. And yeah, Normal People lives up to the name of being about very normal people.
Hey guys, editing Julia. I just wanted to pop in because after watching Maria talk about the book, I literally teared up for Marianne. I agree 100%. They're two young people. Obviously, they don't know how to navigate such serious emotions. But once it gets later in the book, it's like, Marianne, stand up, girl, stand up. Build your own life. And it's so true. I really hope that she doesn't answer the door when he knocks again, because she needs somebody who fucking celebrates her for who she is. The cunty little cigarette smoking fucking icon that she is. And she's literally a genius. Like, come on, girl. You're gorgeous, a genius, and you're cunty. Find a new man. Find a new man. Okay, that's all I wanted to say. But now on to my review. Okay, guys, it is Thursday night, and last night I finished reading Normal People, so I am just super excited to give you guys my thoughts and feelings on the book. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is just give you a little bit of a summary of what the book is actually about, just so we can be on the same page. I'm not sure if I did this already or during reading talked about the book very much because I was just in it, locked in 100%. But basically, this book follows Marianne and Connell. They meet when they are in high school, and they kind of start this interesting, intricate, emotional relationship with each other. And the book just follows where that relationship goes over years and over them going to college and everything like that. So the book just kind of follows their relationship and the things that go on between them and between other people, and it's just really, really beautiful, and it's definitely gut-wrenching, so keep that in mind. Okay, the next thing that I want to talk about is Sally Rooney's writing in this book. It is absolutely incredible. I have never read a book before that described so many emotions and thoughts that I have had that have just never been put down on paper. She adds these complexities to her characters and their thoughts by adding the most mundane little thoughts into the story, and it just helps you to really understand what they're thinking about themselves and what they're thinking about each other. And it's just like the most beautifully written book ever. Just the little tiny intricacies of their personalities being shown through these thoughts that I've never seen articulated on paper before, but we've all had. And it's just such a cool writing style. And at first it took me a couple of pages to get into it, but once I was in, and it was just absolutely incredible. So that is also one of my favorite parts of this book, is just the way that it was written. So I know I kind of gave you guys a little bit of a summary of the plot earlier, but in truth, this book has no real generic plot to it. Like, you know, most romance books are going to have the third act conflict, and then they're going to basically get married in the epilogue. This is not a romance book like that. It's so interesting. Literally the whole book, you just go watching their relationship. And yes, there's high emotion, high energy things that happen in the book that could be considered little climaxes, but there is never like a big thing that goes on in this book, and there isn't a wrap it up with a bow finish either. And that's something that I actually really admired and really enjoyed about the book. And usually I need a wrap it up with a bow ending, but with this book, it was just so beautiful. After I finished it, I just had this like pit in my stomach because it was just so beautiful and so well written and so just like gut-wrenching at the same time. So yeah, I've definitely been thinking hard about this one. There is no plot. It's still incredible without a plot. So now, just to finish up, let's give it a rating, because I could ramble about my thoughts on this book forever, but basically, main thing, the plot is interesting, but there is no plot, and Sally Rooney writes like a genius. Those are my main points that I have to say to you. My last point is that I gave this book 4.5 stars. I was kind of in between 4 and 4.5 for a while. All day today I was thinking about it. And I finally just decided that this is just such a unique book, and her writing style is so unique that it just deserves a 4.5, almost a 5, honestly. And the thing that's keeping me from giving it a 5 is also my favorite part of the book, which is the fact that there is no wrap it up with a bow ending and there is no plot. And that's the one part of the book that kept me from giving it a 5-star, but also made it a 4.5. Like, it's just so incredible that she could have me so gripped with a book that I feel like doesn't really have regular like exposition to it. Is that the right word? I don't know. But anyways, that is everything I have to say about this amazing book. I can totally understand why Maria loves it so much. And yes, that will be my thoughts on this for now, guys. This was such a fun buddy read, and I'm so glad that I finally got to read it and understand the hype. And hopefully I will watch this show soon, so I will let you guys know what I think about that as well. Okay, guys, I think that is going to be the end of this little vlog / buddy read. I hope you enjoyed going to the concert with me and Maria, as well as seeing us read Normal People for the first and second time. I just want to do a big shout out really quick to Maria for being in this video. She does not make YouTube videos. She is just my best friend, and we love buddy reading books together. So I asked her this time if it would be cool if she'd want to send me clips, and she was so nice about it and so enthusiastic, and she's my favorite person on the planet. So thank you, Maria, for being in my little video. And thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more buddy reads with me and Maria in like a dual point of view kind of thing, just let me know. They will be coming. We read literally 75% of the books that we read together. So I just think that's really cool that she was in this video. So once again, thanks for coming to the concert. Thanks for watching the video. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.